Hello again. As part of my midterm, I'm going to be discussing question 1, which reads, since the beginning of this course, we've considered the idea of business for profit versus business for change. In your opinion, can a business do both well? Can a business operate for profit and be purely inherently good? Include examples not previously discussed in this course. So just to get into that really quickly, I do believe that a business can be both for profit and for good. I believe that a business can have an overall corporate goal that is directed at change, whether it be environmental change or change regarding racial discrimination or gender discrimination, things of this sort. I believe that a business can have a hierarchy of goals that are directed at change while still making profits. That being said, I do personally believe that if a business is solely directed at making profit is going to not ever be the thing that is foregoed for the sake of the change. I believe that a company has to decide whether or not they're going to focus more on change or profit. Because unfortunately, in today's economy and in today's environment, you are not necessarily going to be able to have change at maximum profits. So, in order to create change and make the future better, you're going to have to sacrifice and forego profit to a certain degree. But I do believe businesses can operate with profit as their primary goal and be pure to a certain degree. Not that they're going to be inherently good totally. I do believe that they can be good and do good without being completely good, if that makes sense. A company like Tesla is profit driven. For instance, as I discuss on my podcast for this class, there is a fair bit of greenwashing that goes into the electric car industry in terms of emissions and hiding the fact that manufacturing of electric vehicles is responsible for more carbon emissions than that of the combustion engine manufacturing facilities. But at the end of the day, if you compare the emissions of a Tesla Model 3 to a RAV4 by Toyota, you will see that the RAV4, I believe off the top of my head, produced 45.3 tons of carbon in its lifespan, and the Tesla produces 16.3 or 5, I believe. And I think that's an example of good that is being done because Elon Musk and Tesla, they are driven by profit for the most part. But the good that comes from that profit-driven goal is less emissions into the atmosphere. So I do believe that you can have both, but at the end of the day, you're never going to have both optimally without sacrificing one or the other to some extent. And I believe another example of this is Patagonia. Patagonia is very focused on change. Change is the front of the issue for Patagonia. Their corporate hierarchy is structured around recycling, things of this sort, and they are very successful because people believe in the brand and they have a loyal consumer base, and there's less greenwashing in a company like Patagonia than a company like Tesla, for example. So I do believe that for these reasons you can have both profit and change, but you're never going to have both purely. Thank you.